Hello students, in this video session, we are going to study about adsorption. Adsorption is a very important concept in the field of chemistry as it gives various applications. This process is used in various fields like pharmaceutical and medicinal field, in chemical industries, in food industry, in agriculture industry, or in the water and air purification. Means it is a very important concept. When now see here, this is one of the method used in the adsorption. When this porous carbon rod is placed in color solution. Okay, so this what happened here, this color pigment, this get adsorbed on the surface of the carbon and solution become colorless. So here the change, you can just observe here, this color particle, blue color pigments, they get adsorbed on this carbon and solution turns or it become colorless. So it is used by the number of ways. We will see here the adsorption in detail. In this session, we are going to study about introduction, phenomenon of adsorption, comparison of adsorption and absorption, and types of adsorption. Why students can read blackboard written by chalk? When we write on blackboard using chalk, the chalk particle get adsorbed on the surface of blackboard, and therefore students can read blackboard written by chalk. See here what happened, this chalk particle get adsorbed on the surface of blackboard. Means what this process is adsorption. Means adsorption, it is a phenomenon of accumulation of higher concentration of one substance on the surface of another due to unbalanced attractive forces on the surface. So this is for the adsorption. Why does adsorption occur? The adsorption phenomenon is caused by dispersion forces, which are also called as London dispersion forces or van der Waals forces, which are short range and additive. Adsorption forces is the sum of all interactions between all the atoms. The pulling interaction causes the surface of liquid to tighten like an elastic fin, and this a measure of this elastic force at the surface of liquid is called as surface tension. You all studied well about the surface tension in the previous topic in the states of matter. So there is a tendency to have minimum surface tension. If there is a minimum surface tension, there is a decrease in of the free energy, and which leads to adsorption. The surface particles exerts attractive forces on the particles of other species in contact, and what there is a results in the accumulation of the particles on the surface, which gives the phenomenon of adsorption. Adsorption, it is a surface phenomenon and which is caused by the unbalanced forces on the surface of a bulk involving this. What we can see here, these are the van der Waals forces or London dispersion forces. Adsorption is often described as surface phenomenon where the particles are attached on the top layer of material. It normally involves the molecules, atoms, or even ions of a gas, liquid, or a solid in dissolved state that are attached to the surface. In this process, two components are required, adsorbate and adsorbent. Substance which is deposited on the surface of another substance, means the different gases like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. So these gases, they get deposited on the surface. So these are called as adsorbate. And on which surface they get deposited, means the surface of the substance on which adsorbate adds off, these are the adsorbent. Charcoal, silica gel, alumina, these are the example for adsorbent. Now see here, when cotton or sponge is dipped in water, what happened? It become wet with water, which is due to absorption. Okay, and when the metal spoon is dipped in milk and taken out, what we observe, a film of milk particle covered the spoon's surface. Means here the milk particles get adsorbed on the surface of spoon. So just see here the difference between the absorption and adsorption. In chemical reaction, the solid substances get adsorbed on this glass apparatus. See here in this chemical reaction, what happened? The adsorption of these particles, okay, these chemicals, they get adsorbed on this glass apparatus. Or after the use, what happened? These clothes become dirty due to the sticking of the dust particles on the surface of clothes. So this is the examples for adsorption. If a cold water bottle is taken out from the refrigerator, okay, what you can observe then, after some time water vapors are seen to condense on the outer surface of the bottle, and they forming the water droplet or film, and this water molecule from this air, they get adsorbed on the surface. The adsorption, it is a surface phenomenon where these water molecules as well as other gas molecules like nitrogen, oxygen from the air, they form invisible multimolecular film on these objects. Some more examples of adsorption. Adsorption of gases like hydrogen, oxygen by finely divided metals, mainly which metals are used? Platinum, palladium, copper, nickel. We use this reaction in the hydrogenation reaction. Adsorption of gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide by activated charcoal, or this adsorption of acetic acid on activated charcoal. These are the examples of adsorption. Removal of coloring matter like an organic dye. Here methylene dye, which is an organic dye, dark blue color solution, and when charcoal is added to the methylene blue solution, so after shaking it become colorless. Means what happened, after some time these dye molecules accumulated, or what you can see here, adsorbs on the surface of charcoal, and therefore the solution it become colorless. These are the two important points involved in the adsorption: adsorbent and adsorbate. The molecular species that get adsorbed on the surface is known as adsorbate. Here activated charcoal and gas molecule. So what do you say here? The activated charcoal is adsorbent. Okay, means the surface on which adsorption occur is adsorbent, and the molecular species which get adsorbed on the surface, it is adsorbate. So gas molecules are adsorbate and activated charcoal is adsorbent. See here, this is in the adsorption process, activated charcoal adsorbent and gas molecules are adsorbate. The comparison between adsorption and absorption. Here for the adsorption, what they form, only the surface area is accumulated by these particles in the adsorption. And for the absorptions, here all these molecules are, this is a bulk phenomenon, they get inserted into this, therefore this is the adsorption and absorption. Comparison between adsorption and absorption. So first point, what we can see here is about this how this process takes place. In adsorption, the matter is concentrated only at the surface and it does not penetrate through the surface to the bulk of adsorbent. Whereas in absorption, matter is uniformly distributed inside as well as on the surface of the bulk of the substance. So this is absorption. Just remember the example when we dip the sponge into water in the absorption, and for the adsorption, the gases they get adsorbed on the activated charcoal. And adsorption, it is a surface phenomenon, whereas absorption, it is a bulk phenomenon. For the adsorption, what we can see here, when we relate this with this concentration of adsorbate at higher only at the surface of the adsorbent, and here the concentration of adsorbate is uniform throughout the bulk of the adsorbent. About the temperature and pressure related with this adsorption, it depends on the temperature and pressure, whereas absorption, it is independent of temperature and pressure. With the point evolution of heat, for the adsorption, it takes place with the evolution of heat, means the some amount of heat is evolved during the course of reaction, and this is known as the heat of adsorption. Whereas no evolution or absorption of the heat for the absorption. For the adsorption, it is depend upon the surface area. If more surface area, more adsorption takes place. And absorption is not depend upon the surface area. It depend upon the porous nature of this substance. For the adsorption, the rate of adsorption decreases with the time, because now see because it is related with the availability of surface area. If the surface area decreases, adsorption is also decreases. But for the absorption, it takes place with the uniform rates. The example, for the adsorption gas or liquid like acetic acid by activated charcoal, means adsorption of H2 on nickel surface. These are the example for adsorption. And absorption of water by cotton or sponge, or absorption of ink by blotting paper, where what happened, this is the absorption, it is a bulk phenomenon, and adsorption, it is a surface phenomenon. See here about the sorption. What is the sorption? When the chalk is dipped in the ink, what happened? Now see here, after this, the ink molecules, they are adsorbed at the surface of chalk, and the surface become colored, means that ink colored particles, they get adsorbed on the chalk, and while the solvent of the ink, it goes deeper into the chalk due to the absorption. Means the color particle, they get stuck on the chalk piece, this is the adsorption, and the solvent of the ink goes deeper into the chalk due to the absorption. Means what we can see here, when the adsorption and absorption occurs simultaneously, it is known as sorption. The next point is about the desorption. Here, the desorption means the process of removal of adsorbed substance. See here, the adsorption takes place on the substance, and after some time, by just there are the number of reasons, by increasing the temperature after the completion of reaction. What happened here? The removal of the adsorbed substance. Okay, the process of removal of adsorbed substance from the surface takes place, and it is called as the desorption. Next point is types of adsorption. Mainly the two types of adsorption, and these types are depending on nature of forces involved. Which type of forces are in the adsorbent and adsorbent. So according to that, physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. First, we see about the physical adsorption. When the adsorbents such as gas molecules are accumulated at the surface of a solid on account of weak van der Waals forces, this type of adsorption is termed as physical adsorption, or it is also called as physisorption. The van der Waals forces are similar to the force causing condensation of gas into liquid. For this physical adsorption, heat is released. The heat released during the physical adsorption is the same order of magnitude as heat of condensation. Due to the weak nature of van der Waals forces, this physical adsorption is weak in nature. The adsorbed gas forms several layers of molecule at higher pressure. Means if we increase the pressure, what happens? These adsorbed gas, they forms the more number of adsorbed layer, and the extent of adsorption is larger at lower temperature. But if we increase the temperature, the adsorption is decreases. The equilibrium is attained rapidly. The physical adsorption is reversed by lowering the pressure of gas or by rising the temperature. See these two images, which explains the physical adsorption, which involves the big van der Waals interactions between the adsorbate and adsorbent. Means in the second image also see only what they having, that only they accumulated on the surface without any bonding. What they shows a very weak van der Waals forces between these adsorbate and the substrate. Now see for the chemical adsorption. When the gas molecules accumulated at the surface of solid or adsorbate by means of a chemical bond. With a chemical bond, it may be the covalent or ionic bond. But what they form here? Chemical bond. And this type of adsorption is called as chemical adsorption or chemisorption. Chemisorption, it involves a gas solid as the adsorbate and adsorbent. It is also exothermic in nature, means heat is released during the chemical adsorption. But only see exception is here, the adsorption of hydrogen on glass is endothermic reaction. All the chemical adsorption reactions are exothermic. What is exception? The adsorption of hydrogen on glass is endothermic, as during this the heat is absorbed. It is absorbed during this process. It is not evolved, and therefore it is an endothermic reaction, and due to the dissociation of hydrogen, the heat is absorbed. Chemical adsorption involves the large energy of activation. It is called as activation energy. So, example, hydrogenation of an alkene on a solid catalyst. When ethene reacts with H2 in presence of nickel catalyst, formation of alkene. Now here the first step, what happened here? This is the nickel catalyst on which the hydrogen, nickel catalyst, they give the surface area and on which the hydrogens are present. So this, when alkenes come in near to this catalyst and hydrogens, they forms bond with these H2, and after the formation of the bond in third step, the removal of this alkene from the catalyst. This is the example. Now see, it shows the both type of adsorption, physical and chemical. At lower temperature, it shows the physical adsorption. For this, for the completion of reaction, some higher temperature is required. Chemical adsorption increases with increase in the temperature in the beginning, but the more number of molecules can have activation energy. But after the certain temperature, chemical adsorption decreases with increase in the temperature. Because now see what happened here, if we increase the temperature, the chemical bond break, and as the bond breaks, what happened here, the rate of adsorption is decreases. Sometimes at lower temperature, physical adsorption takes place, and by rising the temperature, the same adsorption passes into chemical adsorption, as chemical adsorption is depend upon the surface area of adsorbent. These are the examples of chemisorption. Adsorption of CO on tungsten, oxygen on Ag, or H2 on nickel, Au on platinum. They shows the formation of chemical bond. They form covalent and ionic bond, and therefore these are the examples of chemical adsorption. In many cases, adsorptions are neither physical nor chemical, but the combination, what they show, the combination of both. Some substances show physical adsorption at lower temperature and chemical adsorption at the higher temperature. Example, just now we have studied here adsorption of H2 on nickel. It shows the both type of adsorption. This is the point of difference between physisorption and chemisorption. Okay, now see, the first point is related to the force which are present in these two type of adsorption. In the physisorption, weak van der Waals forces are present. In chemisorption, the forces are chemically nature. Chemical bond is formed here, covalent or ionic bond is formed. Second type of difference is that this is all the gases adsorbs on all solids. Means all the gases adsorb on charcoal, mainly in the physical adsorption. And for the chemical adsorption, they are highly specific and occurs only when the chemical bond formation is possible between adsorbent and adsorbate. Example, adsorption of oxygen on tungsten or hydrogen on nickel. The third point is related to their temperature. Physical adsorption occurs at low temperature, and it decreases with increase in the temperature. For the chemical adsorption, it favor at higher temperature. Okay, because the extent of the chemical adsorption is lower at very higher temperature due to the bond break. Means if we increase the temperature, chemical adsorption decreases. The next point is related to the heat of adsorption. The heat of adsorption is lower for the physical adsorption, whereas for the chemical adsorption, it shows the higher rate. Physical adsorption, it is a reversible process. Chemisorption, it is irreversible. For the physisorption, It may be the multimolecular layer of adsorbed particles. At higher pressure, they form the more layer of adsorption. For the chemical adsorption, it forms only one layer. What we can say, chemissorption forms monomolecular layer of adsorbed particle, because once they forms the one layer of the chemical covalent bond or ionic bond, the adsorption stops after the one layer. So this is about the, and again we can write here this example for this physical and chemical adsorption. So this is about the point of difference between physical and chemical adsorption. So in this way, we have studied here about this adsorption phenomenon, comparison of adsorption and absorption, physical adsorption and chemical adsorption. Thank you.